Hi, I'm Sarah Demb. I'm the Museum Archivist and Records Manager for the Museum of London. The Museum Business Archive documents the entire history of the Museum of London, and it includes our predecessor organizations, which are the London Museum, which opened in 1912 to the public, and the Guildhall Museum, which opened in about 1874. Most of the records were created by staff members, so everybody from development teams, education folks, curators, and of course directors. Almost anyone you can think of has created a record. We've got a lot of really amazing material, especially about our exhibitions. It's one of my favorite parts of the collection. Because I'm the first person to work with the archive, and there's so much work to be done, it is not technically cataloged into our collections database, but I have about 90% of it inventoried at the folder level, which means that if you ask me to look for something, I can usually find it. It's growing a little bit, and most of what it's growing are electronic records these days. For example, right now we've got about 570 gigabytes of electronic records in the archive. The Business Archive is particularly good, of course, on museology, so the history of how museums operate, particularly within the London area, although we reflect the way that museums operate almost all over the world, so you can do international and local comparisons by looking at our records. The Business Archive also has a lot of material on the history of the Barbican and the architecture in this area. Recently, I have had people in doing research on a wide variety of things, including the medieval pilgrim badges that we have in the object collections. Also a lot of research on the lesbian and gay communities in London because we've done exhibitions. Most recently we have some research going on into one of our exhibitions from the London Museum in 1956, which was an exhibition we did on Anna Pavlova, a very popular subject. I would definitely love to see more on the history of the museum itself because very little has been written. Museums in wartime across London. I would like to see more work done on the role that women have played in the development of this museum and museology in general. None of the material in the archive is currently on display, but we hope very much to have it on display in the near future. If you want to come and do research on the archives and the other materials, you need to make an appointment with me, and to do that you must go to our website.